Hey everybody, it's Bill and you are watching Bill's Box of Sound. I'm going to show you a video about a record convention I just went to, and then I'm going to show you the records that I bought. So check it out. Hey everybody, Saturday morning, Valentine's Day as a matter of fact. And I am here at Great Northern Mall, and there is a Record Riot here today. Record Riot is a company that does a whole bunch of record conventions, record swaps in different states, different areas in different states. I've gone to one in Broadview Heights. I've gone to several in Broadview Heights, as a matter of fact. But today they're doing something different. At this mall, Great Northern Mall, they're taking an empty storefront and they're retrofitting that to turn that into a record convention, a record swap, a record meet. And basically what they're doing is they're calling it Valentine's and Vinyl, since it is February 14th. So I'm going to go in there and I'm going to shop for some records. It's currently, what time is it? 10:13 in the morning. Now, the early bird admission was 10 o'clock, and if you paid $15, you could get in and start doing early looking around for records. But I'm going to wait until 11 o'clock when general admission is, and you can only pay $5 and get in. Because, you know, if I pay $15 instead of $5, that's $10 I could spend on records. So, all right, here we go inside the mall. Let's check this out. Generally, this mall doesn't open until 11 a.m., but the mall walkers start around 10 or so. So, it doesn't look like it's a busy mall right now, but let's see what happens. Of course, there's folks coming into the movie theater to see movies on a Saturday morning. That's normal. Okay, here's where it is, across from Victoria's Secret. That's where it's happening. Okay, so there it is. You saw everything. I went there, and it was jammed. There were a lot of people there. It looked like it was very, very successful. So they'll probably have more of these things as they go along. And yeah, I'm happy. The next one is planned for December 5th. So we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, let's take a look at the records I bought. First thing I got for only $5 is Ginger Baker's Air Force. I've wanted this record for years. Never really saw a decent copy for a decent price. This was $5. And you know what? This has a very cool record cover. Very cool, suitable for framing. I love the artwork. But you know what? I can see why this isn't a very valuable record, or a lot of people love it. I mean, Ginger Baker, he was a great drummer. And look at this band lineup. We got Steve Winwood, Denny Lane, Chris Wood, Rick Gretsch, Graham Bond. Great people on this. And lots of long songs and drum solos. But the recording quality is kind of eh. There's all sorts of edits in the album that just don't sound good. But I'm glad I have it. I only paid $5 for it. I still love the album cover, and this is very jazzy, so you never know when the mood will strike you to play this. A few days ago, I was going across my Jimi Hendrix collection, and I wanted to hear the song Stepping Stone, and I forgot that I believe it's also on First Rays of the New Rising Sun, but long time ago, I had a copy of this. War Heroes. Yeah, this was one of the records that was released not long after Hendrix passed away. He left all sorts of music that was unfinished, unmastered, unmixed, and this was one of them. And this, I always remember loving it, this album, the sequence of this album, even though just about everything here got released on other releases eventually, I still love War Heroes by Jimi Hendrix. I was glad to pick it up. Now, on the sticker that was on the plastic bag that came with this, let's put it back in here. The sticker says, and I quote, Jimi Hendrix, Rock, Original, 1972, War Heroes. Spelled wrong, even though it was spelled right here. Released 1969, Great Guitar by Jimi. Record, mint. Cover, near mint. $18. Well, I paid for it, but you know what? This record is good plus at best. It plays all the way through, but there's a lot of ticks and pops on it. It's definitely not a near mint record. Give me a break. You know, I cleaned this. I used the vacuum on it. I used the ultrasonic cleaner on it. Still, it's good plus. Cover, however, is very good. So, you know, you got to be careful when you pick up these things. Next, we've got Blue Oyster Cult's second album, Tyranny and Mutation. Now, I've shown this before. I've talked about this before. This is my favorite Blue Oyster Cult album of all time. I already own 3 copies of it. I've got a regular stock copy, an early press of that. I've got the Speaker's Corner reissue, and I've got the original quadraphonic mix, which was the first copy I ever had of this album, and has a different mix on it. But I've always been looking for a really good first press version of it. This was $15. Picked it up, cleaned it up. Oh my God, this sounds great. This really, it may be better than the Speaker's Corner reissue. So this one I'm keeping. The other first press is going out there because this has a lot less noise on it. Very clean, was very well taken care of. Blue Oyster Cult, Tyranny and Mutation. If you don't have this and you are a Blue Oyster Cult fan, what are you waiting for? Get out there and find this and get it. Next, The Who, Meaty, Beady, Big and Bouncy. I got several Who compilations, but I've never had this one. And this one is pretty darn good. It was, I think, one of the very first compilations to come out. It came out in 71, I think. But, I mean, it's very famous. You've probably got a copy in your collection. But I went through and listened to it, and I was surprised at all the differences between the tracks. Some tracks are straight mono. Some tracks are fake stereo, mono reprocessed for stereo. And other ones are genuine stereo. But I even wrote down all of my selections on there, so I can enjoy this record. This wasn't the quietest pressing I've ever heard of any record, but still, for the few bucks I paid for it, this was a value. Next, for only $10, I picked up Elvis's Golden Records. Now, I'm not a big Elvis Presley fan, but I do like the first few original greatest hits packages by Elvis Presley. And a lot of times when you see this in a cutout bin or at a record show or in a used place, you've got these mono reprocessed for stereo versions and they sound terrible. This was $10. Looks like it was an original 1958 pressing. And take a look at how clean this record is. This plays really nice And it's a really well cared for copy of Elvis's Golden Records. And it's pure, unadulterated mono, no reprocessing. So, is Bill happy? Yeah, Bill's happy. Last but not least is this thing here. Now, if you know me, you know I'm a huge Frank Zappa fan. You know I already have a copy of this album. And this is Uncle Meat. Most of the music from the Mother's movie of the same name, which we haven't got enough money to finish yet. This is a 1969 release, even though it says copyright 1968 on the inside. And this copy is in damn near perfect shape. Almost no ring wear whatsoever on this sucker. So I pulled it out to look at it because I wanted to see if it had something, and it did have something special in it. It had the booklet that came with it. Now, I bought my copy that I have in my collection a long, long time ago in the mid-70s, and it did not have a booklet inside of it. But I was very happy to get a hold of this. And this is in absolute mint shape. It's like never touched by human hands. Well, that's now, debatable. But I was so glad to get this with the booklet. But then I started looking at the album inside. Now, a lot of times when you are looking at used records, and people have the original sleeve in there with the record. If you pick up a used record and they really don't care about it, you will see that the record sleeve is going to be inserted like this, so that the opening for the record is in a condition where you can just reach inside, grab the record, and slap it on a turntable. Which, hey, back in the late 60s, a lot of people did. So the first record, because this is a two-record set, first record was like this, sideways, where you could just reach in and grab the record and take it out. Second record was put in like this, and it was solidly in there. It looked like they had never even taken the record out, and these records are in absolutely perfect shape. I came home, gave it a quick clean, put it inside some new clean sleeves. This is mint, like it was made yesterday. It sounds perfect. This is going to replace my original copy. It looks like maybe whoever had this record originally, it was given to them or they bought it on a recommendation. They started listening to it and they thought, this music's weird, I don't like it. And they just put it on their shelf and forgot about it for 30, 50 years. So, their loss, my gain. For only $30, less than you'd pay for a brand new copy of this. I got that. So that's it. That's the records I got from this record show. Keep on watching for more videos like this. Like, subscribe, watch my live streams on Saturday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Pacific Time. That is if I have one that week, but I usually do. So, thanks for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. I had a great time. I hope you did too. Now let's take a look at that beautiful license plate.